Mr. Ramesh owns a plot of land on which he intends to construct apartment units for sale. The number of apartments to be constructed may be either 10 or 15. Total construction cost for these alternatives are estimated to be 600 lakhs or 1025 lakhs respectively. Current market price for each apartment is 80 lakhs. The market price after a year will depend upon the conditions of the market. If the market is buoyant, each apartment will be sold for 91 lakhs, and if it is sluggish, the sale price for the same will be 75 lakhs. Determine the current value of vacant plot of land. Should Ramesh start construction now or keep the land vacant? The yearly rental per apartment unit is 7 lakhs and the risk-free interest rate is 10%. Assuming that assume that the construction cost will remain unchanged. So basically here you have to draw a decision tree. You have to draw a decision tree and present all these alternatives, and you have to show how you should take a decision here. Okay, so what is the choice in front of you, that you have to understand, because we have whether to construct 10 or 15. Okay, then we have a choice that whether we should sell now. Okay, in which case you can sell for 80, or you can sell after 1 year, which is 91 or 75 depending upon the market condition. So what is your starting point? Where do you have a choice? Okay, so what is the choice in front of you? And I think that's clear in the question. The question says determine the current value of vacant plot of land. For that, should Ramesh start construction now or keep the land vacant? Okay, it means should he start construction now or should he keep it vacant now? It means after 1 year you can think of something and you can take a call. Okay, so the choice in front of you now is whether you should start the construction now or you should keep it vacant, say for a period of 1 year, and beyond that think about it. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll start drawing our tree. um, See, whenever we start, no, it will be, or it should be with a decision node. Whenever we start, it should be with a decision node, and I'll call this decision node as A. So now I have two choices in front of me, whether to construct now or construct after a year. Okay, because there are various alternatives associated with constructing now and constructing after 1 year. So let me start with that. What happens if I construct now? So this is one choice for me, and the other choice is constructing after 1 year. So let me write that here. This is construct now. So this is keeping the land vacant. So it means I'll construct after 1 year. Construct after 1 year. Okay, now. So when I want to construct now, what happens is I'm going to face a chance node or I'm going to face a decision node. Chance node is something where you don't have choices, you have to accept. Decision node is something where you have the choice, you have to select the best. So if you are going to construct now, you actually come across a choice, that is whether you should construct 10 flats now or 15 flats now. It means you are going to face what is known as a decision node. Okay, so I'll call this as point B. And what is the decision node here? That is whether you should construct 10 flats or 15 flats. Okay, so the one is 10 flats and the other one is with respect to 15 flats. So let me put that one is with respect to 10 flats and the other one is with respect to 15 flats. Now you have made up your mind that you want to go for constructing now and you have a choice, and let's say you take any one choice. Okay, we don't know which is the best, but let's say you take any one, say for example 10 flats. If you're going for 10 flats, what happens? again you encounter a decision node. It means you have a choice. That is whether you should sell now or you should sell after 1 year. Okay, so I'll call that as point C, decision node C. That is, again you got a choice. Okay, that is whether you should sell now or you should sell after 1 year. So let me capture that. Sell now or sell after 1 year. So you got a choice. Okay, so you have faced a decision node at point C. Now if you're selling now, yes, you are going to get all the money, but if you're going to sell after 1 year, you don't have a choice. You have to face the market condition. So when you face the market condition, what happens? Let's see. When you face market condition, you don't have a choice. You have to accept whatever comes. It means you are going to face something known as chance node. So I'll call that as D. And in chance node, you don't have a choice. You have to accept all the outcomes. So one outcome can say the market will be buoyant, and the other outcome will say the market is going to be sluggish. So let me mark that. It is possible that the market will be buoyant. It is possible that the market will be sluggish. Okay. So this is what going to happen if you're going for 10 flats. Now the same story would happen for 15 flats, right? If you are going for 15 flats, again you have a choice. So I'll call it as point E. And what is the choice? Whether you should sell this 15 flats now or you should sell it after 1 year. So let me break that. This is sell now. This is sell after 1 year. So let me mark that sell now. And the other one is sell after 1 year. So when you go for selling after 1 year, then you encounter a chance node because you don't have choice, you have to accept. So I'll call it as chance node F. This is going to be my chance node F, and in chance node F you have to accept, and accept means you will have two different outcomes. One, your market will be buoyant. Two, your market will be sluggish. Okay, so let me capture that. The market will be buoyant, the market will be sluggish. Okay, so this is what going to happen if you are going to construct now. What will happen if you are going to construct after 1 year? Do you have a choice? Do you have a choice with respect to 10 and 15 flats? Yes, you have a choice, but within the constraint. What is the constraint? After 1 year, the market can be buoyant or it can be sluggish. It means if you're going to construct after 1 year, immediately you encounter the chance node. Immediately you are going to encounter the chance node. Okay, so I'll call it as chance node G. And what this chance node says is you will either land in buoyant market or you will land in sluggish market. Okay, so that's what this chance says. So let me just bring them. Yeah. So there are two market conditions. One is buoyant, the other one is sluggish. So let me write them. It can be buoyant. Excuse me for that. So it can be buoyant or it can be sluggish. And what will happen if it is buoyant? Yes, there you have a decision node, because when the market is buoyant, you can say that I'll go by the best. That is, whether it be 10 flats or 15 flats, whichever works in favor of me, I'll select that. So I'll call this as point H. So here there are two decision alternatives. One is with respect to 10 flats and the other one is with respect to 15 flats. So let me mark that. One is 10 flats, the other one is 15 flats. Okay. And in case of sluggish also, I have a choice. So it's a decision node. It is point I. So again, I have two decision alternatives. One is with respect to 10, the other one is with respect to 15. Okay. So in this way, we have captured all the alternatives in the form of a decision tree. So this is how it looks. Let me just reduce the size to see how it will look in totality. Or I think I should reduce even further. So let's see how this decision tree looks. Yeah. So this is the complete picture of our decision tree where we have covered all. So how our evaluation process, see, we know that decision tree is something when you draw, it should go from left to right. I mean, when we draw, this should go from left to right. But when we do the evaluation, okay, when we do the evaluation should happen from right to left. Okay, the evaluation should be from right to left. So how we'll evaluate? Probably we'll start with D. We'll evaluate D first, then we'll evaluate C. Okay, then if you want to evaluate B, we need information on F and E. So we'll evaluate F, then we'll evaluate E. So once all the four are available, we'll be able to evaluate B. Okay. Then similarly, if you want to evaluate at A, we should evaluate H, that is 6, then I, that is going to be 7. Only then we'll be able to evaluate G, that's 8. Then finally we'll be able to take a call at level A. So what we'll do, we'll try to capture all this scenario one after the other. We'll start with D. Let's see what happens when we start with D. Okay, so let me capture them here. Yeah, evaluation at D. What we understand is D is basically a chance node. Am I right? D is basically a chance node, and it means you have to accept the outcome. You don't have a choice. So here you have two outcomes, and what is the possibility or probability for getting a buoyant market condition and sluggish market condition? So in the absence of information, we are going to assume that there is an equal probability. Okay. So here the probability is 0.5 and the probability for sluggishness is also 0.5. So buoyant, the probability is 0.5 and sluggishness is 0.5. And we should know what is the cash flow that we are going to get when the market is buoyant and when it is sluggish. Okay, so we'll capture them one by one here. Let me capture the outcome. You can have an outcome where the market is going to be buoyant, the market condition is going to be buoyant, or the market condition can be sluggish. And what is the probability for this? Okay, before having the probability, let's see what is the cash flows we'll get in these kind of conditions. Okay, let's capture the cash flows. See, we are talking about the cash flows after 1 year, right? Because we are talking about evaluation of D, and that's basically after 1 year. So after 1 year, what are the cash flows we are going to get? And we are talking about which flats? We are talking about 10 flats, right? It means on 10 flats, when the market is doing well, you will be able to sell them for how much? You will be able to sell them for 91 lakhs. Okay. Plus, you will also get rental of 7 lakhs on this 10 flats. So 910 plus 70, the cash flow is going to be 980 lakhs if the market is buoyant. And if the market is sluggish, you will be able to sell these 10 flats at 75 lakhs, and still you will be able to get the rental on those 10 flats at 7 lakh. It means your cash flow is going to be 820 lakhs. So this is going to be the cash flow. But again, you will not get this cash flows for sure because you have probabilities for both these market conditions. So let me capture the probability. The probability for buoyant market condition is 0.5 and probability for sluggish market condition is also 0.5. So what is the probable cash flow? Let me capture that. The probable cash flow is going to be 980 into zero point 0.5, which will be 490, and 820 into zero point 0.5, and it will be 410. Okay, and these cash flows are not going to happen now, they are going to happen after 1 year. It means they got to be discounted. What is the cost of capital? What is the discount rate? Discount rate is 10%. So discount factor at 10% for year 1 will be 0.909. For both cases, it's going to be 0.909. So if we multiply this probable cash flow with discount factor at 10%, we get the present value of probable cash flows. Present value of probable cash flows. So 490 into 0.909, we get 445, and 410 into 0.909, we get 0.373. Okay. So if I total this now, if I total this, what I'm going to get is total PV of inflows. This is going to be total PV of inflows, and it works out to how much? See, there is a small correction. This is not 0.373, it is 373. Okay, let me just remove that. Yeah. So if I total this, what I'm going to get is 818. Now I have to find out what is the net benefit. So let me capture this 818 first. 818. Yeah. In order to know what is the net benefit, what I should do is I should subtract what is the investment. Okay. What is the investment made on those 10 flats? Investment is 600. So 818 lakhs is the inflow, investment is 600 lakhs. So what we get is net benefit. I'll call it as NPV or net benefit, however we call it. Okay, and it works out to 218. So this is the net benefit this company or one Mr. Ramesh would get if he is going for constructing 10 flats. So let's go back to the diagram. The diagram says if he goes for constructing 10 flats and sell it after 1 year, and after taking all this probabilities, the cash flows into consideration, what we conclude is the net benefit is going to be 218. So we can capture that here. We can say that if he is going to sell after 1 year, the benefit what he gets is 218. But what is the benefit he will get if he is going to sell now? See, if he is going to sell now, he'll be able to sell all the 10 flats at 80. It means he will get 800. And what is the amount he invested? 600. So the net benefit is 200. Okay. So if you are going to sell now, you will get 200. If you are going to sell after 1 year, then in present value terms, you are going to get 218. It means now we should do the evaluation at C. Okay, we should do the evaluation at C. Let me write that. Evaluation at C. And please remember, there is a difference between the evaluation made at D and C. D is basically a chance node where you don't have a choice, whereas C is a decision node where you have a choice. It means you have to select the best. So let me indicate that. This is a decision node. Hence, we have to select the highest. Hence, we have to select the highest. So what are the choices we have? What is the choice in front of us? One is selling now, the other one is selling after 1 year. Okay, so let's just capture that. Choices: number one, sell now. for benefit of how much? What is the benefit you get if you sell now 200 lakhs? What is going to be the benefit if you are going to sell after 1 year? Sell after 1 year, in which case you will get the benefit of how much? What we have seen from the earlier calculation is 218 lakhs, right? So we'll capture that. That's going to be 218 lakhs. So evaluation at C, this is a decision node. We have to select the highest. So what is the decision? We have to say select the highest. It means sell after 1 year, so that you get net benefit of 218 lakhs. Let's go back to the diagram and indicate this. Okay, we'll go back to the diagram and indicate. When we evaluated at C, the decision what we have taken is to sell after 1 year, so that we get a net benefit of 218 lakhs. So this is what our conclusion. If we are going to construct 10 flats, if we are going to construct 10 flats, we will not sell it now, we'll sell it after 1 year, so that we get a net benefit of 218. Now it's time for us to do the evaluation at FE. And probably if you would have noticed, I what I have done is I have done the evaluation at D, then I have done the evaluation at C. Now I am going to the third one, evaluation at F, and that is basically a chance node where you don't have choices, you have to accept. So let me write that. Evaluation at, it's not D. What was that? It is evaluation at F. So let me just change this. This is evaluation at F. Okay. So evaluation at F, what happens? Do you have a choice? No, you don't have a choice. So let's capture the outcomes. You can have a buy on market condition. So what I'll do, let me capture all that and then I'll explain. Then we should understand what are the cash flows we are going to get. See, if it is the market is doing well, we'll be able to sell all the 15 flats at what rate? 91 lakhs, right? 91 lakhs. And we are talking about F. It means things are going to happen after 1 year. So you'll get this 15 flats at 91, plus you will also get rental of 7 lakhs on this 15. Okay, so all put together we'll get 1470 if the market is buoyant. And if the market is sluggish, what happens is you'll be able to sell this 15 flats at 75, plus of course the rent on 15 flats at 7, and that's going to be 1230. But these cash flows carry a probability. These cash flows carry a probability. The probabilities are 0.5 each. So I can find out what is known as the probable cash flows now. Probable cash flows is nothing but the product of these two. That is 1470 into 0.5, we get 735. And 1230 into 0.5, we get 615. So this is our probable cash flows, but probable cash flows are not sufficient because they are happening after 1 year. It means we have to find out the present value of these cash flows. So let's have one more table. Let me just reproduce those probable cash flows. They were 735 and 615. So with this probable cash flows, you have to multiply the discount factor. Discount factor was at 10%. So discount factor at 10%, and it was 0.909 and again 0.909 because both the cash flows are in year 1. So if you multiply, you get present value of probable cash flows. You get present value of probable cash flows, and that's going to be 668 and 559. Okay. So if you total both, what you get is present value of probable cash flows, and that's 1227. But now we should find out the net benefit. It means let me subtract the investment in 15 flats. What is the investment that is made in 15 flats? It is 1025. So let me subtract that 1025. So what is the NPV? What is the net benefit I get? The net benefit I get is going to be 202 lakhs. Okay. So this is what going to happen if you're going to construct 15 flats now and if you're going to sell it after 1 year. So let's go back to the diagram. In diagram will indicate that if you're going to sell after 1 year, okay, those 15 flats, the net benefit what you get is 202 lakhs. What will be your net benefit if you are going to sell now? And that's simple. 15 flats into 80. This is your inflow minus investment of 1025 outflow. So the net benefit is 175. The net benefit is 175. Okay. So we have done the evaluation at F. So now we should do evaluation at E, but E happens to be a decision node. Okay. So we just have to select the highest. Let's capture that. Evaluation at what is the node? It's basically E, right? Evaluation at E, and this is a decision node. It means we have to select the highest. What is the choice in front of us? Sell 15 flats now. If all those 15 flats are sold now, the net benefit is 175. The alternative is sell 15 flats after 1 year. Okay, in which case the net benefit is 202, and in decision alternative you have to select the best, the highest. So decision, what you can say is sell after 1 year. You can say sell after 1 year, in which case you will get 202 lakhs. In which case you will get 202 lakhs. So let's go back. Let's go back to the diagram and we'll show what will happen if you're going for 15 flats. If you're going for 15 flats, you will conclude that you will sell after 1 year and you will pocket a net benefit of 202 lakhs. Okay. So evaluation at E is also done. Now we have to go for evaluation at B. So let's do that. And again, B is a decision node. We'll write that evaluation at B. So in case of evaluation at B, which happen to be a decision node, you have to select the highest. So what is the choice in front of you? The choice in front of you is construct 10 flats. If you're going to construct 10 flats, what is the net benefit you have? 218. And the alternative is construct 15 flats and the net benefit is 202. Okay, so now you have to go with the highest, and the highest says, the decision says construct 10 flats. So decision is construct 10 flats so that you get a net benefit. What is your net benefit? 218. So let's go back to the diagram, indicate that you have to construct 10 and you get net benefit of 218. Okay, so we have covered all. Now let's go to H, then I, then G, finally we'll come to A. Okay, we'll do the evaluation at H. We'll do it at a faster pace. Let me write evaluation at H. Evaluation at H. See what happens in H. H is basically a decision node. It means you have to select the best, right? You have to select the best. But do you have choices? Yes, because it's a decision node. So what's happening is the choice number 1 is 10 flats. In case of 10 flats, what happens is you will be able to sell the 10 flats. And please remember, we are talking about H. H basically comes under buoyant market condition. It means market price is going to be good. So it's going to be 10 into, okay, that 10 flats can be sold for 91. So this is going to be your inflow, but you got an investment of 600, which is your outflow. So what is your net benefit you get? It's going to be 310. So this is happening at H with 10 flats. Then you can also analyze your 15 flats. 15 flats can be sold for 91, and here there's no question of rent because construction itself happens after 1 year, minus investment of 1025. So the net benefit happens to be 340. So now we are at H, which is a decision node. We have to select the highest. Decision is construct how much? 15 flats, so that we get a net benefit of 340 because that happened to be highest. So let's go back to the diagram. We'll indicate at H you have compared 10 and 15 flats. We have compared 10 and 15. So we decided to go with 15 flats because the market condition is buoyant. With 15, it means we get 340. Okay. So now let's do the evaluation of I. Let's do that first. We'll do evaluation at I, and again I is also a decision node. Okay, it means we have a choice. The choice is with respect to 10 flats and 15 flats when the market is not doing well. So one is with respect to 10 flats. So what is going to happen here? 10 flats, the market is not doing well, the price is going to be 75 and the initial investment is 600. So 750 minus 600, it's 150. And in case of 15 flats, what happens? It is 15 into 75 minus 1025. So we get 100. So now we have to select the highest, and the highest says 150. So what is decision when the market condition is sluggish? Sluggish, we have to go with 10 flats because that gives net benefit of 150. So let's go back to the diagram and indicate that in the diagram. If you are going for, if you are exposed to sluggish, then we have to go with 10 flats so that we get net benefit of 150. So now we have completed H and I. We have to do the evaluation at G. At G, you have two outcomes. One is buoyant, the other one is sluggish, and the values are available, but they carry a probability, right? So we have to factor the probability. Only then we'll be able to take a right decision. So let's do that. Evaluation at G. Evaluation at G. So what happens here? At G, you have different outcomes, right? Your outcome can be, this can be buoyant or this can be sluggish, right? You can have two different set of outcomes. And what is the net benefit you are going to get when it is buoyant? We have already calculated it was 340, and when it is sluggish it is 150, but we know there is a probability. The probability for buoyant is 0.5 and for sluggish also it is 0.5. So let's have what is the probable net benefit. Let's see what is the probable net benefit, which is 340 into 0.5, you get 170. 150 into 0.5, you get 75. But these cash flows are happening at the end of year 1. So let's bring it to the present. It means we have to discount them at 10%. So it is 0.909. So if I do that, I get the present value of net benefit. PV of net benefit, which is 170 into 0.909, 155. 75 into 0.909, 68.18. So I'm keeping it at 68. So if I total this, I get 223. So this is the present value of net benefit if I'm going to construct after 1 year. So let me go back to the diagram. In the diagram, I indicate that if I am going to construct after 1 year, the net benefit I get is 223. Now we are in the final phase, that is, we have to do the evaluation at A. So that's basically comparing the construct now and construct after 1 year. Let's do that as well. Evaluation at A, and A is basically a decision node. So if you construct now, what is the benefit? If you construct now, what is the benefit? If you construct after 1 year, what is the benefit? Both got to be compared. If you construct after 1 year, the benefit is 223, and if construction is going to happen now, the benefit is 218. So decision should be select highest. Decision is simple. Select highest. It means if you're going to construct after 1 year, you will get cash flow as of present value as 223. So if someone is ready to take this land now, they should be paying 223. So that's how we derive the value of this land. Okay.